Lima. Okay, still we are in the weekend of Thanksgiving. If someone asks you that, what is it that you might be thankful for? Haji Cindy, what would be your answer, right? I'm going to put you in a spot first. So,
thankful for good health and that I have a good family.
good health, really. If you have good health, this is really a ni'mah. That is a big blessing. So when we are talking about being thankful, being grateful for the blessings that you have, so the first thing is, in Arabic we say ma'rifatun ni'mah. You know the ni'mah. So that's number one. And Haj Cindy is saying that the ni'mah, the blessing, the gift that she is thankful for is her health. Wow, subhanAllah. I mean, sometimes you go to these hospitals, even to visit someone is so depressing, isn't it? I mean, you go to these rooms and the rooms full of people and everybody's sick. And I was asking one of our doctors Friday, I said that, how do you handle it? I mean, you are there, you're common, very good, thank you. I said, how you handle it? We go to visit someone, we are there for like half an hour, still it's too tough to handle it. But you guys there hours and hours and hours. He said, when we are in the hospital, we are more comfortable. When I'm out of hospital and my patient is in the hospital, it's more nervousness for me. So for the doctors, of course he is like faithful, he is like a very sensitive individual. I don't know if all doctors are the same, but الحج يعني شو النعمة بالنسبة إليك؟
يعني إذا واحد
بالعربي والإنجليزي كل شيء.
يعني إذا قوة الإيمان واليقين ازداد يوم بعد يوم، الإنسان تدرج وتحول من حال إلى حال، يعني ثبات، حسن الخاتمة، عاقبة.
يعني هذا الرشد يعني you know that we grow up. I think that is a ni'mah, that we grow up is not only physically and like also psychologically and spiritually and intellectually, that we learn something every day. You know, like today we are here, we listen, we learn, and we grow up by learning more stuff. And it's very important that we humble ourselves absolutely ignorant. They do not know anything. So, ni'matul rushd, that is what you are saying, that الرشد في البدن، الرشد في الفكر، الرشد في العقل، الرشد في الإيمان، الرشد في أمانة. I mean, there are all parents. Thank you for, it's good that, exactly, because one of the things the Quran says is, anishkur li wa liwalidayk. So, liwalidayka, so be grateful to God and be grateful to your parents. That's very, very important. That's very, very important. Because, being a parent also is a big responsibility, of course. There are people, there are parents that they may give so much lecture, they give so much lecture. You can join us if you don't have anything else. We are good in right, but it is very hard to be a role model for the kids. We always tell our kids, do this, do that, and this is good, this is bad. So perfect in presentation, but not perfect in practice. That is the problem, right? And there are parents that they are so much focused on their business and their job, there's really no time for kids. And that is a big issue. The parents that they think that the only thing is just to make money, to have a bigger house, to have a good car, to have lots of money, to provide the family with everything. That is important. That's important to provide for the family. But at the same time to to spend time with the family and to interact with the family and engage in emotions and compassion and love and communication between kids and between parents, I think is very important. Of course, there are some people that they don't want to work at all. They want to stay at home and they want to be with their family all the time. That is not good either. It should be the balance. Not too much workaholic, as they call it, that no time for the family, and on the other side to ignore the needs of the family and not to provide with the family, just stay there and have just argue all the time, and that is not either. We should have a balance. So we have Ni'matul al-Afiyah, Hajj Sadni, and Hajj Sad Ni'matul Rushd, and Hamid is talking about being grateful for your parents, and why you are grateful, why you are thankful to your parents, what your parents do for you.
They take us to school.
Well, that is a good thing. Right? His mom taking him to school every day, 5 days a week, and that is important. There are some, when we get older, like 20 years, 25, 30, we forgot that just a few years ago the mom was changing the diaper, and we could not even fight a fly at that time. If a fly comes to us, we could not protect ourselves even against a fly. And now all of a sudden we get like arrogant and we ignore the parents. I think that is very important. So, anything else? Anybody else have anything else in your mind? Why are you grateful, and what is it that you are thankful for?
إذا الله سبحانه وتعالى هدانا للصراط المستقيم free way من دلال كيف خطوط بالحياة خط الضالين المغضوب عليهم خط الصراط المستقيم، فإذا توفقنا للصراط المستقيم يعني صدق نعمة إلهية.
The blessing of guidance, she again, I think, emphasized on something so important that, and this is what we say it 10 times a day. If you pray 5 times during the day, how many times we recite Surah Al-Fatiha in Salat Yawmiyah? 10 times, right? We every Salat, 2 rakat, the first 2 rakat, right? We recite Surah Al-Fatiha twice in every Salat. So 5 Salat, that means 10 times Surah Al-Fatiha. So in Surah Al-Fatiha, what do we say? Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. That is actually one dua that we do. I don't know, you are doing it now. I was not sure we need even the microphone.
We don't need it.
Huh?
This is for the international audience who's
Is that
watching.
it? Now, people in the Middle East, now we have a microphone, you can hear us, right? And in Asia and Africa and Europe and everywhere. So, Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. We say that 10 times a day. It should be so important that out of everything that we may ask our Lord, we are asking Him only one thing, Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. Because if you recite the entire Surah Al-Fatiha, there is nothing else that we are asking Allah. We are praising God. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Maliki yawmiddin, Iyaka na'budu wa Iyaka nasta'een. Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. We didn't ask anything so far. We just were praising God that He is Lord, He is compassionate, He is merciful, He is the Master of Day of Judgment, this. Then we say, Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim, sirat al-ladina an'amta alayhim, ghayr al-maghdub alayhim wal-dhalleen. So it's very important, the guidance. God created us, alladhi khalaqakum, and then razaqakum means He provided you with food and water and physical food. Wahadakum. This is important, that we are thankful for him for life, for rizq, and for guidance, hidayah. So the absence of guidance is really the headache of this world. You had something else to say, brother?
Yes.
Our brother, you raised your hand? No? Okay. Continue, yes, what else was it?
يعني حسب خبرتنا الاجتماعية من يعني طبعا حتى احنا مرابين المغضوب عليه والضالين الصراط المستقيم، اقرب طريق الصراط المستقيم محمد وآل محمد، واسرع طريق حتى يلتحق الانسان مدرسة الحسين عليه السلام، لان الاسلام محمدي وجود حسينية البقاء، فهذا مش قوي قال يلتحق اسرع شيء واقوى شيء.
So when she's saying, when we talk about Ni'matul Hidayah, the gift of guidance, it is coming from God. God is the source of guidance, but He is guiding us through Prophet Muhammad and Ahlul Bayt. And they are really, when we say, guide us to the straight path, in reality, Prophet Muhammad and Ahlul Bayt are manifestation of that straight path. They are Siratul Mustaqim. Imam Ali is Siratul Mustaqim. So if you want to know, everybody is talking, so whom should we follow? And everybody is saying that he is right and she is right. The Prophet said, Aliyyum ma'al haqq wal haqqu ma Ali. If you are looking for truth, look at Imam Ali. He is the sign of truth. So any direction that he goes, that is the direction of truth. That is the destination for truth. So we thank God for... Yes, David, you have something?
When you say Imam Ali alayhi salam, you mean Ahl Bayt, not just Imam Ali, right?
12 Imams, right? Start from Imam Ali though and ends in Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam. So, yes, this is the thing that the Prophet said, Kitab Allah wa itrati. The book of God, the Quran is a text of guidance, the message, but then the Ahlul Bayt are the model. We need the message and we need the model. The message is something that we hear, but the model is something that we witness, we see, and we follow. So we need both message and model as sources of our guidance. So I think you have something. What are you, David, grateful for?
Well, I think most of us we don't appreciate the fact that we are born in America.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about it. I think the Prophet said, if you have a place to sleep, if you have food, and you're not worried about being killed that day, then it's as if Allah gave you the whole earth, the whole world. We have that every day. And I don't think that we appreciate it because we have everything.
This is very important. You know that Imam Ali is saying that خير البلاد ما حملك لا محملك. Your best country and the best residence, best nationality for you is an area that hamalaka means tolerates you, understands you, respects you, helps you, works with you, communicates with you. That is the best place to live, not a place that prosecutes you and put pressure on you and tortures you and so on and so forth. I think although we have Islamophobia in this country, but we have it everywhere. Islamophobia is not only the US. I mean, you go to Saudi Arabia, that is Shia phobia, that is full of phobia too as well. No toleration, no respect at all. They don't have toleration for anybody. They destroyed the houses of the Prophet in Mecca and Medina, and even they destroyed the graves of the Ahlul Bayt over there. And instead they changed Mecca and Medina to Las Vegas. I mean, people now, they go there like they go to Las Vegas, they go to Mecca. It's not really that spirituality. So it's not only here we have kind of phobia about true Islam, But phobia here exists because people are ignorant about our religion. It's out of ignorance. We have a responsibility to educate them. They don't know about Islam. They are not familiar with our faith. How you want them to be in favor of our faith if they are not familiar with our faith? So that is another issue. They say, oh, Islamic radicalism. That is Wahhabi radicalism. That's not Islamic radicalism, right? That is Salafi radicalism. That is Saudis. That they show they are radical, but now they are hand to hand with the Zionists now. You know? They have been for a long, long time, but now they are making it clear. Alhamdulillah, that's the good news. Because they started from 9/11, and now in Egypt, this mosque who was destroyed in Egypt just like 2 days ago in Friday, you know, they were Sufi. They are kind of close to Shia, right? They are Sunni, but they are not like Wahhabi. They are close to like a Shia. And they are very much anti-Zionism. You know, they are anti-occupation. This group, this congregation that they were attacked, they are the one that they had a sheikh who was 100 years old. The ISIS, they arrested this sheikh last year, and they beheaded a sheikh of 100 years old. It's criminality. Because this sheikh, they live in Sinai area of Egypt, and they were anti-occupation from the time that the Israelis, they occupied Sinai. They were in a struggle against occupation. So it's not like accident that the ISIS goes and chooses this mosque that has a history of struggle against occupation. So now you know what I'm talking about, that how the Saudis and the Sahayana, they were together from long, long time, but alhamdulillah now they are saying it. They are saying it very openly. So yes, we have this Islamophobia here, we have Shia-phobia over there. That's out of ignorance here, out of ignorance and greed and dictatorship over there. But still the fact that we have this freedom in this country, that is a fact. That is a fact. I mean, we cannot take advantage of the blessings and gifts that we have here, opportunities that we have, and then keep cursing them. That is not right, right? I mean, that is a gift, like the freedom. David mentioned like security, safety, that I know that I'm not going to be killed right away because I'm talking, because I'm expressing what I think. Freedom of expression, that is a gift. The security is a gift. All these opportunities that we have, that we can get together and we can communicate, that is a gift, and we should be grateful for this. Yes. Yes.
You touched on it, and I think it's really important about Mecca, Hajj.
Yes.
People don't realize, they say, oh wow, look at all the beautiful hotels and motels and everything that they're building there. Literally, their goal is to erase the spirituality of Mecca. They want to turn it into a shiny, like the Maulana said, Las Vegas. It's getting shinier and bigger and prettier as opposed to keeping the spiritualism of this city. And I don't think most people realize that it's a well-planned, well-organized thing to do.
They want to materialize it.
Exactly, just material, and make it secular and take away that spirituality, then they can justify their own life and, you know, the way all these princes they are living, and now they are fighting, you know, the corruption against corruption over there. Now they arrested these princes, and they are saying that you have to give back 70% of the money that you save. And you know how much they are asking from these princes? $800 billion. That is 70% of what they saved. $800 billion. So how can you accommodate spirituality when the thieves of this ummah, they are doing that much. So the first thing when we think of Thanksgiving, in the concept, I'm not talking about just Thanksgiving as history, because as I discussed on Friday, there are like the Native Americans, the indigenous people in this country, they are against like the things that happened at that time. But we are talking about the concept of a shukr in the Quran. That 75 times this concept is mentioned. Like Quran says, shakara, shakir, shakur, tashkurun, yashkurun. All of these different terms all mean a shukr, means be grateful. Number one, ma'rifatun ni'mah, that we need to know what is the ni'mah. And you mentioned the ni'mat health or freedom or security or opportunities or parents or children, family, all of these are ni'am, these are like gifts from God, that ma'rifatun ni'mah. And then number two, ma'rifatul mun'im. Now that you know the ni'mah, you need to know the mun'im. You know the gift, but who gave you this gift? That is to be recognized. That this didn't happen by accident. All these things that we have opportunity of, the land and the ocean and the mountain and the earth and the moon and the sun and universe, everything, sakhara lakum. Everything on the heavens and the earth, sakhara lakum. We made it under your subjugation, submission to you, to serve you. So who did that? Ma'rifatul mun'im. And who is that? Allahumma ma bina min ni'matin famink. You say, oh God, every ni'mah that we have, famink, is from you. La ilaha illa ant. There is no any other reality except you. La ilaha illallah means there is no any other truth. There is no any other reality. You are the only one. Everything coming from Elahi ma araftuka haqqa ma'rifatik. Our problem is that we don't know you the way that we're supposed to know you. I mean, if people, they know the real mun'im, how can they worship something else? If the heart of human being is full of ma'rifatullah and mahabbatullah, understanding of the Lord and also love for the Lord, if we have such a heart, I mean, how can somebody worship something else? Worship animals, or worship like wood, or worship gold or silver, or what? Idols, right? How someone come and worship all of this material? If the heart is full of hub Allah, there is no place for hub dunya in the heart. There's no. So we are saying ما عرفناك حق معرفتك وما عبدناك حق عبادتك. Since we didn't know the way you deserve to be known, for that reason we didn't worship you the way that you deserve to be worshipped. And what we mean by worship is not just salat. I mean, in the morning just 2 rakat and then Dhuhr prayer and Asr prayer. It's really more than that. The ibadah, that is the purpose of our life. Why we are here? لِيَعْبُدُونَ. We came here to worship Him. That's the meaning of life, the purpose of life. Without that, life has no meaning. So really, everything should be an act of worship. Even when you get married, the marriage is an act of worshiping God, that you do it in the way of ita'atullah, that you don't want to do something haram. So with that intention in your mind, even your marriage is an act of ibadah, right? When husband and wife and brothers and sisters, they show compassionate for one another, that's an act of ibadah. So when you tell the truth, you are worshiping God. When you are honest, you are worshiping God. When you are trustworthy, you are worshiping God. So it's not just to pray. There are some people, they pray, they're very, very serious about their prayer, but they are not honest. So what is that? I mean, somebody prays just like an ada, like used to pray. Now, if I don't pray, I feel bad, I feel nervous, right? It is like if you are used to drink tea or coffee, and if you don't drink tea or drink coffee, you have a headache, right? Sometimes, if salat is like this, that I didn't pray, I have a headache now. That is like an habit. That is not, but what if the same person lies? He doesn't feel bad. If cheats, doesn't feel bad. Because these qualities can be acts of worshiping God. You are worshiping God by actually so many other qualities that you have. I mean, you mentioned Imam Hussein. What if I do, day and night latmiya? But I don't follow Imam Hussein. Imam Hussein doesn't care for that. It doesn't do anything for Imam Hussein. Somebody come and do tatbir. It's horrible that they have, knife and they cut themselves and they put the knife here. Somebody sent me one of this video that the guy put the knife here too deep that he didn't have to hold the knife. The knife was standing by itself. So what is this craziness that you do it for, in the name of Imam Hussein, but the same person, if he doesn't even pray, he just come in Ashura and he does all of these things and goodbye till next Ashura. No, Imam Hussein wants you to be honest, wants to be trustworthy, wants you to be a person of akhlaq and morality and respect and love. You are not loving and you are not respectful, you are not rational and you are not careful and not sharing and no any other thing. But just do the takbir for Imam Hussein. Where in the Quran they told us do this? Where in the hadith anybody said it is good to do that? You don't have any hadith for that. You don't have any of our imams ever did that. None of them did. I don't know who made this. Now, I know that some people, they do it out of sincerity, really out of love, and we don't want to question that. They are, perfect people, that they do it out of their heart, but that is their understanding. They think that this is the way of showing, love and passion for Imam Hussein. But they need to get education. So, first of all, ma'rifatul ni'mah, to know that what is the ni'mah that we are grateful for. And secondly, ma'rifatul mun'im, who is the giver of this ni'mah. If you read in Sajjadiyah, which is a book of Imam Zain al-Abidin, it's a perfect prayer of Imam. It's not just prayer, it's everything, all education in this book. And dua number 15, it's over 50 dua in this sahifa. And number 15 is say, "Oh God, ما أدري يا إلهي أي الحالين أحق بالشكر لك وأي الوقتين أولى بالحمد لك أوقت الصحة التي هنأتني فيها طيبات رزقك أم وقت العلة التي محستني بها." You say, "Oh God, I don't know between two situations, two times, two opportunities. Which one deserves more gratefulness? In which situation I have to be more thankful to you? Is it the time that I'm healthy, the health that you gave me and I feel healthy and I feel happy? Is that the time I have to be more grateful? أم وقت العلة التي محسني بها, or the time of pain and sickness that it hurts me. But I know that is the time of purification. I know that is the time of test. So tell me, because I need to know, it is the sihha or al-illa, which time I have to be more grateful. Allahumma inna ahadan la yablugh min shukrika ghaya. There is no limit to the thing that we have to be thankful to you. فأشكر عبادك فأشكر عبادك عاجز عن شكرك. Even the most grateful servant of you is not able to be really grateful of you. Even those who are number one, but they are still, because وَإِن تَعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. If you want to count the gifts and blessings of God, there is no limit to that. You know, out of the prophet in the Quran, one of the prophets is Nabi Nuh, that he lived like how many years? Nuh lived like 2,500 years. The Quran says only the time of his mission, that he was a prophet and he was doing the dawah work, was 950 years. 950 years. But still, when Azrael came to him and he saw that, Ya Nuh, how do you evaluate this life, this dunya? He said that, I see that this dunya is like one house with two doors. You come in from one door and you get out from another door. Even after 2,500 years of life, he thinks that it was a temporary, like residence, that he came in and he came out. Like you go to the hotel for 1 week, right? You check in, you go to the room, say, wow, this is like a clean room, and where's the bathroom and shower, and you know, the bed is good, and you know, queen size or king size, and you know, you call in everything, a service available. But then after a few days you check out, it's finished, everything finished. This is dunya. Now, Allah is talking about Nabi Nuh of living for 2,500 years in this life. And he is using one quality for Nabi Nuh. He says, إِنَّهُ كَانَ عَبْدًا شَكُورًا. Out of all the qualities for messenger, for Prophet Nuh, Allah mentions one quality, and that is that he was shakur. He was grateful. So gratefulness matters. I think, you know, some people, yes, Taqaddam. Exactly, that's another point. That's another point. That the hadith said that it is true that all the ni'mah is coming from God. We are thankful to God, but remember, be thankful to your parents and be thankful to anybody else who, any other makhluk. I mean, your mom, yes, but also your teacher. Also the doctor that you go and he provides you medicine, right? How many times we say thank you to the garbage collector, right? These guys who come every week and collect the garbage. I saw one of the brothers after Salat al-Jum'ah, he showed me a photo of that garbage can in front of his house. He put a good banner on this, says, thank you to the workers who collect the garbage. He wrote a thank you note for them, so every week that they pick up this garbage can, they can see this sign of gratefulness. I think it's important. If they don't collect it for 2 weeks, I mean, you cannot live anymore. So it is important that we are grateful to our arham, salatul raham. You know, when you have relatives and you are grateful, your cousin, your aunt, your uncle, all of this, and especially nowadays that we have WhatsApp and we have Facebook and we have email and all, it takes just one click to say hello to everyone and have it like a Salatul Rahim. I know some families, they have like a group network of the entire family, and they just send messages all the time and they are in communication. That is really makes it very, very easy. And it's not hard now, like in the past you were here and relatives in Lebanon and there was no way of communication. If you want to write a letter, it takes like 6 months to get there. But now it's just matter of one moment. So yeah, you are absolutely right that man lam yashkur al-makhluq, lam yashkur al-khaliq, to be grateful to God, number 2 to your parents, number 3 to arham, to your relatives, and number 4 to everyone. So this gratefulness is very important. And Prophet, peace be upon him, he showed us like the way that he used to appreciate his wife Sayyidah Khadija all the time. There is a hadith that Aisha is saying that كان النبي صلى الله عليه وآله إذا ذكر خديجة بكى, because Khadija passed away before the Prophet. What time is the Salat time, David?
20 after, like right now.
Is right now, so we have to conclude. So let me conclude with that Aisha is saying anytime the Prophet mentioned the name of Khadija, he started crying. It's amazing. The Prophet of God literally cries and his eyes full of tears, remembering his wife. Then فَقُلْتُ لَهُ يَوْمًا لَغَدْ أَبْدَلَكَ اللَّهُ خَيْرًا مِنْهَا. I said, oh Prophet, God gave you a better wife. I'm younger, beautiful. What are you looking for? Khadija was old and, you know, but look at me. You have a much better replacement. فقال الله ما أبدلني خيرا منها. No one like Khadija. صدقتني إذ كذبني الناس. She was the one who trusted me and he confirmed and he supported me when everybody was denying me. وَوَاسَتْنِي بِمَالِهَا إِذْ حَرَمَنِ النَّاسِ. Everything that she had shared with me when everybody deprived me. وَرَزَقَنِيَ اللَّهُ الْوَلَدْ مِنْهَا وَلَمْ يَرْزُقْنِي مِنْ غَيْرِهَا. Look at the legacy of Sayyidah Khadija. God gave me Fatima through her and no one else. So it's important, brothers and sisters, that whatever that you have, be grateful. The moment that you are now in Islamic House of Wisdom and in such a friendly, like one family, we sit down here, this is a gift to be grateful. Now we are going to pray together. That is a gratefulness. When I see your sisters and your hajjat, you are observing your hijab, that is a gift to be grateful. I know that sometimes, you know, some sisters, they drop their hijab and they put it in their Facebook that, oh, I'm not putting hijab anymore. You should be so honored to have hijab, because through hijab you are expressing your actual identity. You are showing your obedience to your Lord. That is something to be very proud. You are actually showing a banner of your belief by putting your hijab. You are showing that you are now you are really obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said it in the Quran. You are doing your jihad by this form of hijab. You are showing your strength. So this is a gift. To appreciate it. And finally, when Brother David said that being in this country, having this opportunity, how we should say thank you God for that. It's not just to say it. When you have a ni'mah, shukr ni'mah is not just to say verbally, like with our tongue, say thank. But to appreciate that ni'mah in practice. Like if you have a car, when you buy a car, How you are grateful to your car? By taking care of your car. But if you drive in a crazy way that after 6 months you have to throw out, you are not grateful to your car, right? But if you are grateful, then you can use this car for 10 years, 20 years. But if you are not grateful, you lose it after 6 months, right? So when we have that opportunity to live in this country, that means we have to outreach, we have to educate people about our faith. We have to tell them who we are. If you cannot change the entire country, at least your neighbor, somebody who lives next door, be nice to that person. That is the way that you are educating your neighbor about your faith, that you're saying, oh, no, Islam is not bad. I have a neighbor, he's Muslim, and he's very nice people, nice family. That is what we can do, and that is the real show of shukr. That is the way of expressing our gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah bless you, may Allah protect you from any harm and from any evil, protect your family, your friends, and آخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين صلوا على محمد وآل محمد